Today's case is a bit unusual. This is the HYTE Revolt 3 case. It's a small form factor case, or SFF for short. And this is the black color version case with power supply. So you can also buy this whole case with only the case only, without power supply I mean. So in today's video, we'll do a build. So while I unbox it, why don't you tell me what's up with this?
So the HYTE Revolt tray is, like it mentioned on the box, is a premium ITX case. It is much like the concept is the same as the NZXT H1, if you remember that. They're trying to provide a solution for all the PC builders so that they can just buy this with the power supply built in, and then they just stuff in their motherboard, GPU and the rest of the components without having to worry about some of those compatibility stuff like that. So
okay, yeah. So immediately unboxing experience, I gotta give you a thumbs up, because one of the key highlight feature as far as I know is the top handle, and there you go. You know what, I'm gonna...
The unboxing experience.
Damn, this is the easiest unboxing experience of a case that I've done. So this is a very thick piece of foam, so that's nice. And as far as I know, HYTE is a sister brand of iBuyPower, which is a system integrator. Technically not available here in Malaysia, but they do know what they're doing. That's why they ship in this thick foam, so zero damage is gonna happen to your case.
I mean, most importantly, they make good use of that handle.
Oh yeah,
literally remind you that, hey, there is a handle on this case.
And once you open the box, you can straight away see the handle. Then you can just lift it, and there's the case itself. Okay, so one more additional feature is the headphone stand holder
thingy.
Oh, it reminds me of the robot emoji. So, okay, how do we proceed with this case?
Let's just dismantle everything and see how it looks like inside.
Okay, so we should take a look at the front I/O ports first. So we got Type-C, double USB Type-A, and then power button, combo audio jack. That's all you're gonna get. As for dismantling, I don't know where to start.
From the side panel, basically it's a pull.
Everything is pegged. Okay, you can see the circular joint thing here. So that's how we take it out. Rather secure.
So they have dust filter.
Yeah, dust filter is also removable.
Magnetically?
Yes, and then it slides out like this.
Okay.
So, hey, actually this is a very good implementation. Save space. And then it has rails for you to guide the whole fan filter inside. It holds here, and then the magnet will just make everything stay in place. I should take out the other panels too. This one is also the same type of panel. Ball joints, fan filters, same filters. Then one more panel here. This is the back of the motherboard, I think. I don't know the layout.
Yes, it is. I mean, it's not the back, it's at the other side.
Okay, so this one, you got a hinge, but it's now secured to this thing. We'll also get into that later.
Have a look at the bottom. How does it look like? So there are plenty of space at the bottom. I mean, because the way you orient the component inside, for example, the motherboard's I/O and the GPU I/O is facing downwards. So you definitely need some space there for cables to bend and then coming out from the back.
Motherboard facing up, mounted here.
Yes, correct.
Power supply here. Hard 2.5 inch or 3.5 inch hard drive mounts, I don't know. It's right beside the power supply.
Yep.
Don't know if you can see this, but try to zoom in if you can.
For this particular model or bundle, I should say, it comes with a 700 watt gold rated power supply, if not mistaken. It's
I don't know.
SFX power supply.
Oh, fun fact,
Is it a SFX? Yes, it's a SFX.
I buy power logo. So, accessories, there's a box here. Let me just take it out.
Yeah, check the accessory box.
By the way, I need a screwdriver. When we take out these two screws, let me just ratcheting screwdriver. Screws are out. Oh, wow, okay. Hey, I didn't expect that. Okay. This is nice. Angle bars here. I don't know. Let me just reconfigure this to let you see from the top camera. So you can see there's a bar here to hold everything together. There are two screws, one at the top, one at the bottom, to hold it in place so it rotates according to the proper axis.
Let's check what it comes with the accessory box.
Power cable for sure. Audio splitter. This is interesting. So they give you a combo audio jack at the front panel. If you want to split to the traditional separated audio jacks, use this. They also included. That's nice. PCI slot brackets, so they give you two of them. If you don't want to use any external GPU, you can cover those up. And then a pack of screws. A few of them are for you to mount the 2.5 or 3.5 drives. I don't know what
it supports both.
3.5.
It supports up to 3.5.
Okay, they give you those anti-vibration screw mounts, so yeah, you can use that. Since we dismantled already, I think we can start building.
Yes, let's do it.
Let's do it. So we got everything assembled. JD, since you're expert in small form factor, share some insights.
I think this one is exactly like the H1's idea, but instead of giving you the full set complete with the power supply and AIO, I mean the AIO H1 provides is the 140mm, a small single fan AIO. But now you have an option to use maybe 240 or 280 AIO if you want to, and you can actually use, I mean, custom if you can do that.
I saw some custom case mods on this case on HYTE's website. They did custom water cooling. I'm like, building process is very simple. Everything is ready routed for you, the cable, the IO panel, all of those stuff. And especially the IO panel, right? Let me just carry it like this for you to see. You see the motherboard tray?
Yes, motherboard tray.
Yeah, and then you see the USB Type-C cable. They give us a pass-through Type-C, it's not an internal header. So the cable is also quite short, so I just naturally plug it there and yeah, it works. But JD, what did you have to say about that?
Personally, I think they should have gone with the modern USB 3 internal ones.
Oh, before I cover this back, remember earlier when we took out this little panel thing? We can put it either at the front here, the top
I mean, you can adjust top
or middle,
just to cover the PCIe connector for your GPU.
And since we're using the 1080 GTX 1080 Founders Edition, the PCIe connector is in between.
It's like in between, but depends on how you want to hide, whether you want to hide the bottom or the top. Height.
But honestly speaking, if you don't want to use this, it's fine. It's completely optional because it doesn't offer any sort of rigidity since it only screws into one side. So yeah.
If you turn it a bit towards the camera, you can see actually you got a lot of space for GPU. You can use like up to 3.5 slot GPU.
You can.
And you are basically like
in terms of thickness, right, the GTX 1080 Founders Edition is really
it's 2 slots
touching this power supply chamber here. So it's quite tight fit, but I'm surprised that there are a lot of these very tight tolerances. For example, the AIO, right, the thumb screw is actually touching the power supply chamber as well, but it fits nicely, so that's nice. There you go, this is the completely built HYTE Revolt 3 case. It's 18 liters in volume, I think.
Yeah, 18 liters in volume.
18 liters.
Although some might argue that this is not exactly small for an ITX build, but I digress.
I don't really care. The build quality of this thing is amazing. The build experience is actually one of the fastest, even faster than those full-size ATX cases that I've done.
Correct.
Wow, I'm impressed.
I mean, basically, we got the one with power supply built in. They have all the cables routing for you. Save you a lot of time.
What's the price? I want to know the price if available, both with and without power supply.
Without the power supply, the price is 509 ringgit Malaysia. With power supply, the power supply is 700 watt, gold rated efficiency.
Okay.
939 ringgit. 939.
Worth it.
I would say it is worth the money you paid for. For 500 ringgit, of course.
I'm very surprised by the price without power supply. 509 for this kind of case.
You get a lot of airflow. Basically, it's unrestricted, I would say.
Yes, it's unrestricted, and the only fan mounting point is the AIO.
Yeah, you have air filters. The front is basically reserved for GPU only. For the side, you have it for your AIO cooling intake, or whatever how you want to design your airflow. Maybe for me personally, because I'm using triple monitor setup, the monitor output for the GPU can be a little bit tight in that sense.
Talking about that, right, I might as well show you guys this IO
at the bottom
panel.
part.
The depth here is kind of worrying if you want to bend your cables.
Especially DisplayPort.
Yeah, DDI, because if you want to poke out and then bend it 90 degrees, it's a bit tight.
The front I/O, this is for the USB Type A, Type A. So basically, all of this may get in the way of the GPU output.
And then 18 liters with a full system built in.
I mean, if we still have LAN parties, this is my choice of system
this
to
is
bring.
Excellent, and it's small, so you can just leave it on the table. Actually, the 18 liters is mostly HYTE, so good. For the price, I'm impressed. I'm just very impressed. Good job to HYTE, and also iBuyPower for the power supply and all the cable routing management and whatnot. One of the fastest builds I've done this year.
So just in case you guys worry or think about how this thing works.
Yeah, so literally pop up, pull it out,
and you can put a second pair on the other side as well.
I don't know why, but you can. Maybe for his and her, if you want to play two-player games.
Couch gaming.
Yeah, and then carry it with you if you want to chow. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section below. And we'll see you guys in the next video.